That's awesome.
Enjoy having breakfast in bed. I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me. And since I don't have a butler, I have to do it myself.
God, I just muted myself. Hello, everybody. My name is the Austin. Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another WCW Monday Nitro reviews. I know it's been a week since we've done one of these. I apologize. I've, been busy with some stuff. I'm kind of not feeling too great for tonight, but honestly, I'm back. No matter what, 100%, 90%, 5%. I'm here to talk wrestling, and more specifically WCW Nitro, but I can't do it alone. I am here with my co-host Shifty. What's up, Shifty?
Wrestling. We're gonna talk some wrestling.
We're talking some wrestling.
Hell yeah.
How you doing tonight, Shifty?
I had better days, but I'm doing all right.
Honestly, same, Shifty. I completely understand that.
Today, but talking some wrestling to take our mind off of our shitty days.
Oh, absolutely. Especially these particular 2 episodes of Nitro. Well, at least one of them.
Yes. Yeah, one of them, yeah.
But yeah, no. So this is Nitro. We're talking weeks 9 to 10. We're talking about the aftermath of Halloween Havoc and going into WCW World War III. 60 men, 3 giants, 3 rings, 1 battle royal.
And 1 Yeti.
And 1 Yeti. They should have said that. I'm very disappointed that they didn't. Now I'm like,
I still don't understand why they didn't call him the mummy. He looks like a mummy, not a Yeti.
He did look like a mummy, but you know what? He's a Yeti in my heart regardless.
Yeah.
But we won't see him again till WCW World War III. But that's just another story for another time. Yeah. So a lot of shit's gone down since Halloween Havoc. I mean, the Dungeon of Doom are wreaking havoc. The Horsemen have reunited. Only 3 of them.
Well, we're not going to get to that episode tonight. I've done skimmed ahead in the episode lineup, and on the next show we'll find out who the 4th member is of the new 4 Horsemen.
Who's the 4th man? Who's the 4th man?
And it's really weird because they don't really. I guess it was the 4th man was announced on WCW Saturday Night because it's only mentioned in passing who the 4th man is. They don't really have a segment. It's weird. We'll talk about it next show.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next show. We were gonna do 3 episodes tonight, but honestly, I wasn't feeling like watching 3 episodes of Nitro, and also just a long week in general. So 2 episodes is all you're getting tonight, folks. But
yeah, you guys save all that energy for the upcoming Marvel rant stream you got planned.
Oh yeah, the Marvel rant stream. Get prepared, everybody, because I'm gonna flip. Well, I don't know if I'm gonna flip or not, but give me some booze and I'll figure it out. But tonight we're not talking about Marvel. We're talking about Monday Nitro, WCW. We don't know what's going on with the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, as of right now, Hulk Hogan's the champion, but I have a suspicion that something big is going to go down during the stream. Spoiler alert, there will be.
Marvel did do a WCW comic book for a while, so technically we are discussing Marvel in a way.
God damn it, you're right. And also Hulk Hogan, did get into a copyright battle with the WWF over the Hulk Hogan thing. So, That's a little tidbit for you if any of you guys did not know. So yeah, the Halloween Havoc, a lot of shit happened. Lex Luger joined the Dungeon of Doom. Savage is out with injury. Hogan disappeared. Jimmy Hart's no longer with Hogan.
Oh God, oh God, wait, oh my God, the next episode on the next show that we're going to do, Hogan takes his character places. I completely forgot about. I don't remember this segment that he's going to do on the next show. It's so far out there. Like I said, stay tuned for the next show. Shit's going down. It's crazy stuff. Stuff.
I have Peacock in the background on my TV, and I see the picture for the next episode, and I definitely know what you're talking about because he is staring right at me with this weapon in his hand, and I went, "Oh my God, no way!" And
wow, I can't believe nobody's really brought this up. I've never heard anybody. I don't listen to a lot of WCW recasts, but you would think with like Yappa Pie and stuff that's went kind of mainstream.
Number one.
Nobody has referenced this one segment, and I think this is only a 1 week segment that they tried this with Hogan. And I don't remember. And I don't remember anybody bringing it up. It's crazy. You would think somebody would have done this or mentioned it or made a meme out of it. God. Just next show, it's going to get wild.
It's going to get very wild next episode. But, however, before we can get to next week, we have to talk about this week and then the next week before we can talk about the week that we're talking about. I know that I did it in the most convoluted way possible. But
well, you got to, because I mean that's the thing now. I mean, you got to make it into like something like Loki, where it's super complicated and you're going back and forth through time here.
Yeah, you're right. Nobody's gonna watch. We don't get super complicated.
Yeah. We just need to throw some multiverse shit into it.
That's very true. If we throw some multiverse stuff into it, people.
Hey, we are next summer in about the NWO is kind of like multiverse stuff. So yeah, we'll get to it eventually.
Oh, we definitely will. But before we can talk about that, we got to talk about WCW Monday Nitro from October 30th, 1995. And I know we didn't do an episode this last week, but I just want to say now, I know that we're a couple days afterwards, but happy late Halloween to everyone. I hope you all had some candy. I hope you all went to the bar and got drunk and watched some horror movies. Just happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you all had a fun time. And I hope you watched some stuff.
I watched Halloween, the first one, for the first time.
Really?
And I went to Walmart and got me some discounted Reese's peanut butter cups. So, $2 a bag. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, as long as you don't eat them.
True.
You don't want the diabetes.
No. But it would be a fun way. It would be a great way to die, at least for me, because I love Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yes.
I specifically like the pumpkins and the ghosts because they don't have the ridges on the outside of the peanut butter cup. It's just a smooth shape, and I'm like, they're so good.
Have you ever tried the gigantic football peanut butter cup that's they sell during football season?
I have, and oh my God, they're so good. I just love Reese's in general. Their peanut butter, I don't know what it is, but it's just so it's perfect. I don't know if
it's just pumped full of sugar. And let me tell you something. I've made the mistake several times of buying Reese's peanut butter in a jar, thinking that it would taste like the peanut butter in the peanut butter cups. It doesn't. It's just regular peanut butter. And I've been so mad every time I bought it, because I was like, I want to get this. It's going to taste just like those peanut butter cups. It doesn't.
No, it does not. I've learned that firsthand. I was also disappointed. But you know what I was disappointed by? The ratings for this week's Nitro. Well,
Lord.
No. Well, actually, no. The ratings weren't too bad. They're the same. I just wanted to segue it. Monday Night Raw did a 2.1, whereas Nitro did a 2.3. So barely any difference, but Nitro gets the win this week. Congratulations, Nitro. You get
they got the extra ratings because people wanted to know about the Yeti.
Yeah, well, too bad that the Yeti does not make an appearance. He will not make an appearance until WCW World War III. Sorry to disappoint everyone.
He does when the top secret Ultra Guarded footage from the pay-per-view reaches the arena.
That is true. And we'll talk about that when we get to that. Because literally that's the entire show is everyone hyping up, oh my god, you guys got to watch the footage. The footage is coming. The footage is in production right now. We're going to give you some information as to when it's going to come. So stay tuned. Watch these matches. And then we'll get back to you when it's really the finish of Halloween Havoc, which I guess we'll cover here, despite the fact we already covered it when we talked about Halloween Havoc 95 with the Monster Truck, a sumo match, which we'll talk about, which we already talked about, but we'll kind of give a brief recap once we get to it. So, WCW Monday Nitro comes from Dayton, Ohio this time around, and your commentary team, as usual, if everybody hasn't seen these streams, is Eric Bischoff, Steve Mongo McMichael, and Bobby Heenan with Pepe the dog.
Yes. He was dressed like a dog and he had bat wings. I mean, no, he wasn't dressed like a dog. He was dressed like a witch. The dog was dressed like a witch. Not a witch dressed like a dog. That's crazy.
That is very crazy, Shifty. I don't even know what you said.
There was wings of a bat on a dog that was dressed like a witch.
That is true. That did happen.
Don't ask me if it could cast spells. I don't know.
That's possible. But we don't know. I'm just going to give everybody a bit of a forewarning here. This show, the best way to explain this show is if you guys have ever played the WWE 2K games, if you've ever played Universe Mode, this is basically the Universe Mode of Nitro at this point, because a lot of these matches to me are so random and like so out there that immediately I went, huh. That I never thought I would see.
You got a one match that's going back all the way to like the second or third episode of Nitro with Shark and Norton. It's got some ties. Yeah, but
good job on them for waiting 7 episodes in to finally get some sort of blow off to this whole Shark and Norton thing.
Yeah.
Well, there really wasn't a blow off, but we'll talk about that when we talk about that. I'm glad they waited till week 9 to do the match between Norton and Shark. Which honestly, it wasn't going too bad until it ended, and then I was like, oh, okay. Well, never mind. Right. So basically at the beginning of the show, they talk about, Halloween Havoc, greatest, the biggest show of Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone, because it's the Halloween episode. They actually had like a pumpkin shape for Nitro, which I thought was kind of cool. So, and then they're talking about, guys, we're going to show you guys the ending of Halloween Havoc, the exclusive footage that, if you didn't watch the pay-per-view last night, we're going to have exclusive footage for you. Stay tuned. You're going to want to watch this. I'm Eric Bischoff, and this is Nitro. Let's go to the ring. That was at least my decent. No, it was just my awful early Eric Bischoff impersonation where he's like, I'm getting word in the back that, Hulk Hogan's in the back, and we're going to talk to him. Mean Gene, let's back to you. He wasn't that bad, but that's my impersonation of Eric Bischoff.
It's decent.
It was all right, I would say.
It was all right.
Speaking of all right, we're gonna segue to our first match here. Sergeant Craig Pittman versus Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, that was your first match for your post Halloween Havoc.
Well, it's a weird matchup, but I even though we made fun of Pittman versus Cobra on our second show for War Games, that was a terrible match. But Pittman, every match he's had on Nitro, it's been kind of low key awesome because he pulls out some really good maneuvers you really don't see anymore. Like he's picking people up by the wrist from a wrist lock and slamming them and tossing them over, and he does this little Rick Steiner like headbutt on the ground when he's like on all fours, and yeah, he's a low key great wrestler. I think that's why they got him to be one of the trainers of the power plant with Mr. Wonderful. Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
Yeah. He was one of the guys that trained the up and comers down in Atlanta at the power plant, and he was pretty good. And I like this match. It was a pretty good match, him and Eddie. I mean, you can't go wrong with an Eddie Guerrero match.
No, and here's what I'll say before I break it down. The match itself, it was fine. I didn't hate it. I thought it was a bit stiff at times, and there were moments where there were some definitely awkward moments.
Yeah.
But I do agree. Craig Pittman, honestly, isn't as, like, granted, the Fall Brawl match was bad. Like, we can agree that it was bad.
Awful.
But the last few times we've seen him, he's done all right for himself, I would say. He's definitely talented. He's got some skill, very unique. He's got a lot going for him. I can't wait to see this young kid get a push in the biz. Like
going back to his moveset. I mean, man, it's like stuff that you don't see guys pull off anymore, or like even back then. I mean, he's just got some just like moves I would really like to see him to get in, like in the 2K series, with the wrist locks that turn into the slams and stuff and stuff. The combo type maneuvers. But man, I'm just really impressed by watching some of these old guys. And you have it in the back of your mind like, oh, this guy ain't nothing. But you go back and you actually watch it. When you're older, you can actually, you're not flipping back and forth between two shows. You actually, sitting there concentrating on the matches at hand. These guys are kind of, it's eye-opening to see how good some of these guys were that you didn't think were back then when you were younger. Or, of course, you weren't even alive, but,
Sure.
Yeah.
So just to break down this matchup here, we get a test of strength at the beginning, leading to a nice Pittman takedown. Guerrero tries a double leg takedown, but gets overpowered again. Guerrero does his own takedown, but Pittman takes over with some strikes. Eddie hits an uppercut and a single leg dropkick for a 2, which then Pittman hits Eddie with a clothesline. Pittman hits an uppercut, which then Eddie slams him into the corner. Eddie misses a corner move, and Pittman does I don't know what he went for, because I put roll up with a question mark, because he does a roll up. It looked like he was doing a roll through for something, but then it just stops, and I was like, okay, that's pretty weird. Pittman does the belly to belly for a 2. Pittman, for a good chunk of this match, he's working on Eddie's arm, which then Eddie counters with the drop toe hold. Eddie avoids a roll-up and does a springboard cross-body, but Pittman ends up hitting a belly-to-belly again for a 2. Pittman, I think, does a gut-wrench powerbomb, but he also might have went for, just a gut-wrench, slam. But it looked really cool. I was like, oh, shit, that looked brutal.
Yeah.
And then he goes for a hip toss, but then Eddie Guerrero counters a hip toss into a roll-up for the 3. So Eddie gets another win on Nitro. Everybody's like, yeah, Eddie Guerrero. And then I like how Eric Bischoff's like, oh my God, the Eddie Guerrero beat Sergeant Craig Pittman. This is an upset for this young kid. Oh my God, this is the biggest win in his career. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Against Sergeant Craig Pittman.
Yeah, Eddie's going to go on a streak here, and it's going to lead to a title. I think it's a title shot on the next episode.
Yeah,
not tonight, next week.
Yeah, Johnny B. Bad on the November 13th episode of Nitro, which we'll talk about next week, of course. But we also get some matches made for the November 13th show. So overall, the match was fine. I think, again, there was some awkward moments. It definitely there wasn't a whole lot of heat to it, because again, it felt like a match almost thrown on the fly. But
yeah.
Well, actually, no, it was, because I forgot to mention earlier on that apparently I think Sergeant Craig Pittman was going to face Randy Savage, but because of what happened at Halloween Havoc, Savage is not clear to compete, so that's why they had to replace him with Eddie Guerrero. So I guess there is a bit of story there, but
I'm injured, brother. I'm
I'm-
injured, brother.
He's like, I want Luger, dude. If I can't fight him, man, if I can't fight Luger on Nitro, man, I'm injured. I'm calling out. I'm calling out with injury, brother.
Snap into it.
Snap into it. I'm gonna snap Luger. Ooh yeah. So after this, we get a recap from the second week of Nitro, where Scott Norton was ironically fighting Randy Savage.
Wait. We were told that before this match that the footage is coming. Again, the footage is coming.
But before we get into our next match, I just want to let everybody know that the footage is still locked away. We will find out. We'll find out when it's coming. We'll let you know.
Also, Bobby Heenan mysteriously vanished from the announce desk, and Mongo shared with us a little tidbit. He had to go poop.
Oh, well, I guess he had to take a bathroom break during commercial and just didn't come back.
Yeah, he was gone. We don't know why. We'll find out in a little while, though.
We're going. I've just been told that Bobby Heenan is not coming. Is not back yet, but his bathroom break must be going a little bit longer. He must be having a rough time in there. So we're just gonna keep calling the show. And
Yes.
I'm also just being told that while he was in the bathroom, the footage is still being made as we speak. I don't know how long this footage is going to be.
It hasn't even got to the arena yet.
It hasn't even gone to the arena yet. We don't know if we're going to show the full match or just the segment. We don't know what's going on.
Despite them using the same production trucks as the pay-per-view, the footage has not arrived yet, but it should have already been in the production trucks. It's under lock and key. It's being carried by an armed guard in a locked briefcase.
I've just been told that we lost the production truck. I repeat, we lost the production truck. I don't know who is driving it, but it's currently gone. We're gonna try and see where that production truck went. This footage is lucrative. You can only see it once. After that, it's gone forever. You guys need to just see this footage, and you're gonna like it. God, I don't know what's going on anymore. We lost the truck. Let's get to our next match. We don't have Bobby Heenan. We don't have the footage. Our truck's gone. Hogan's gone missing. What is going on around here?
Wait, we just got word from Commissioner Nick Bockwinkel that the production truck will be facing a monster truck in a monster truck battle versus the production truck at our next pay-per-view.
I've just been told that Nick Bockwinkel and Hulk Hogan will be teaming up to take on the Giant and Ric Flair in a production truck battle royal match where the winner is
with special guest referee the Yeti.
With special guest referee the Yeti in a battle royal match with the production truck. The winner gets to keep the lucrative footage. The loser has to work at the power plant for the rest of his career. I've just been told that. Actually, no, scratch that. I would something worse. They're going to be relegated to main event and WCW Pro. This is crazy news, everyone. This match is going to be made for WCW Starrcade 1995. Once in a lifetime match. The production truck battle royal tag team match where it's Nick Bockwinkel, Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Sting
and Cobra. Don't forget Cobra.
And Cobra taking on Sergeant Craig Pittman, the Yeti, the Giant, Kevin Sullivan, Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Brian Pillman. This is crazy, guys. How many people are reacting to this match? Oh my God, the entire roster. The entire roster really wants this footage. So we are going to stay tuned before this, but we're going to have a qualifier right now. We're going to take you back to the second week of Nitro. Oh God, my throat hurts. What the hell?
Shark versus Norton.
Yeah, Shark Norton. Anyway, Shark and Scott Norton up next. We get a recap from the second week of Nitro where the Shark, cost Scott Norton a match against Randy Savage after he lands on him.
The dumbest ending I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, after the dumbest ending, they have just been arguing and bickering, and they forgot about it for a few weeks until they fought backstage finally, and they said, "Okay, well, we're gonna have him wrestle here on Nitro this week."
Well, to be fair, Norton was probably in Japan the following weeks, so
that's true too. But anyway, so Scott Norton's first match since week 2. He's taking out the Shark, which I was actually low-key excited for because I like Scott Norton.
I like both of them.
Yeah, both of them are great. And the beginning of this match was cool, except this match goes nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to break it down real quick because there's only really one thing that's worth mentioning here, and that's nothing that's about the match. Both guys start with a collar elbow tie-up, which then Shark hits some strikes. He ends up hitting a belly-to-belly and a huge elbow drop for a 2, which then Norton rebounds and hits 2 clotheslines and a shoulder block from the top rope, leading to a body slam for a 2. Scott Norton hits some strikes, and then they both hit a clothesline for a double down, which now the referee's going, 1, 2. Meanwhile, all this is happening. Bobby Heenan, who was supposed to be in the bathroom, he's talking with Sonny Ono.
Yeah. Hopefully he washed his hands before that dinner because they were having dinner there. They were eating sushi, and they had some Japanese gals with them, and they were sitting there. They had a table all decked out in the arena. Sonny Ono's there. He wears sunglasses at night. He's a cool dude. And they were just sitting there chatting, and the announcers were like, hey, Mongo and Bishop, hey, what's he doing up there? What's he doing? And, it was quite a scene. Quite the spread they had out there.
I've just been told that I was not invited because apparently I've been slated to wait for this footage that's supposed to be coming from the production truck.
Yes.
We still don't know where it is, but we're going to tell you after this match. Maybe. I don't know yet. So I'm guessing by the way Heenan and they were doing the Sonny Ono thing, I'm thinking they're already starting the build for Starrcade because if I'm not mistaken, it was the 95 Starrcade where they did the World Cup, right? Where
I don't know.
Because I know that Sonny Ono goes on to manage Ultimo Dragon. I do remember that.
Yeah. But the match ends in a double count out. But the highlight of the match, like you said, was Norton delivering that no-effort body slam on Shark because Shark's a big guy. And you think Norton's a big guy because looks like a big guy, but he's not as big as Shark. And he just slammed that dude with little effort, and it was pretty impressive.
It is very impressive the way he just did it with no trouble. Scott Norton was built different. I'm kind of disappointed that WCW doesn't really do much with Scott Norton.
Yeah, they probably had high hopes for him, and then NWO just arrived on a scene a year after he got there, and not much going on with him.
I feel like if it was a different time, Scott could have. I don't think he would have been. It's really difficult to know, but I do think possibly he could have been a main event guy because he had I think he had the in-ring talent to do it.
If he would have went to WWF, I think he would have been something up there. He should have went instead of Johnny B. Bad to the WWF.
Yeah. But again, I don't know how well Scott Norton would have fit in because by the time Scott would have went there, it'd be 96, 97 when they were kind of in that in-between period of, are they going to go down the Attitude Era path? Are they not going to? It's a weird time, 95, 96 for the WWF. And
that's true. Yeah.
And especially in 97 and 98, I don't think Norton would have fit in because not even Ken Shamrock could have gotten any higher than the mid-card once 98, 99 happened.
Yeah, but I don't think he would. I think he would still stand out. He's just once the NWO arrived, he joined the NWO at some point, and he just got lost in the shuffle to where he was just one of the lower tier members. The most I remembered of him, I'm pretty sure he forms a tag team pretty soon with another up and comer that's built. The African American gentleman that I can't remember his name, and he's just as stout as Norton, and they have a short tag team reign here coming up here. It's before the NWO arrives. I can't remember the other guy's name. Ice something.
Here, let me look it up real quick because I think Scott
Flash Norton and.
It was Scott Norton, and it looks like it was Ice Train.
Yes, Ice Train. Yes, they were pretty good.
Interesting.
Yes. Nobody remembers Ice Train.
I probably not.
You will. Well, you will when we get there.
Yeah.
We'll see him. But speaking of that, these episodes still no tag team titles.
No, there hasn't been any tag title stuff. Like they do mention it, I believe, in later in the show for Saturday night, but that's I guess where the tag champs are. They're nowhere near Nitro at all.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean they have Eddie and Dean and Benoit every single episode of wrestling, but they can't just give a match to Harlem Heat or whoever has the tag team titles now. It's just weird. It's like they didn't really care about promoting the tag team division, or they just felt that the matches dragged too long for a 1 hour show.
Yeah, they didn't have room for Harlem Heat, but they had room for Lex Luger and Meng against the American Males as your main event.
Oh, yeah.
But actually, anyway, it's a double count out here. I know we didn't even talk about the match, but honestly, there's nothing to talk about. They just brawl. They slam their heads against like the WCW logo, the steel WCW logo. That's about it. Nothing much happened. They just both lose. Bobby Heenan's seen telling Ono about all the WCW shows, and he takes like an envelope full of money, I presume. That's about it. That's the whole segment, and I've just been informed that the footage is still not here. But we'll find out later on tonight what the footage is. I don't even know what the footage is. I haven't been in the production truck myself. We lost the truck. It's gone forever. We don't know where it is. But we've been told that we're gonna get the footage soon. So stay tuned. We'll be back after this. And then they cut the commercial, and the footage is on its way. Please just don't go to the competition. We will have the footage soon. It's spectacular. It's insane. Please just stay tuned. And then there's like Tony Schiavone in the ring. Go camera. Pan to
this is like the first time we've seen Tony Schiavone on Nitro, I think.
Yeah, and not in a commentary role. He's doing a interview segment.
Yeah, he's taking the place of Mean Gene. I was like, why is he filling it for Mean Gene? And we found out because his boy, the Nature Boy, is coming up in the next segment interview here. And that's his guy. He's interviewed for years and years and years in NWA. So
he's like, fans. Last night at Halloween Havoc, I had the sickest, most disgusting thing I've ever seen. This bull brawl on Sting. They were beating him up 3-1. This is insane.
And what was the most important night in all of wrestling history? Halloween Havoc 95. And he always oversells everything. It's like, it's the greatest moment in professional wrestling.
I mean, sometimes you kind of have to do that just to make it feel big, but...
Yeah, but that's like every show for him back then.
Yeah, that's true. So if you guys do not remember, on our Halloween Havoc stream, we kind of explained what the hell happened. I'm not going to really do it again, but just to give the most watered down version, Halloween Havoc, Flair and Sting teamed up against Flying Brian and Arn Anderson. Flair turns on Sting like he always does, reforms the Horsemen. He goes, "Oh Lord! Oh Lord! I'm Ric Flair! This was the Horsemen are back! Sting! Woo!"
Okay. God. And then he promises next week the four horsemen will become one. They will reunite. They will reveal the fourth horseman next week on Nitro. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Next week.
And it doesn't even happen the episode after where they announce who the fourth person is. They don't even have a segment. It's just a passing reference who the fourth person is at the end of a match. It's so infuriating. That should be a big time Nitro storyline. That after how much they put into this stupid program of getting the Horsemen back together, they don't even have a single segment where they announced the fourth member. It's stupid. It's infuriating. It's dumb.
It probably was, but just to break down this segment. Now, I just want to reiterate, while I was taking my notes, when I was sort of transcribing Flair's part of this, I had to put it in all caps, because all Flair did in this promo is yell and scream, and like he's like going crazy. Meanwhile, everybody in the ring's like kind of calm and just being aggressive. Meanwhile, Flair is like he's bouncing off the ropes like multiple times. He's like doing the strut. Like, Ric Flair is off his rocker at this point. So,
he's like, fuck these ropes, I'm on cocaine, woo!
He's like, Sting, I get off turning on you every single night.
What? Okay.
I have no idea.
All right, that sounds dirty. Okay.
So, the whole interview goes like this. If you've already seen Halloween Havoc, you've basically seen this promo, because a lot of it is just them kind of going down the same points with some extra stuff.
If you've seen any Ric Flair, you've seen this promo.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, Pillman's talking about how the Sting betrayal, how Ric Flair cut out Sting still, and how they're going to be the group of excellence. Then Arn talks about how people, I always have people coming up to me talk about when are we going to get the Four Horsemen back? And listen, I tell them people should be careful what they wish for, and there will be four. But before I even get into that, major props to Sting. He beat up 2 people by himself for 10 minutes. Yeah, good job on you. You're getting a participation trophy. And then Ric Flair comes in. He's like, it feels so good. And then he bounces off the ropes 3 times. Like he goes off the ropes once, does the strut, does it again, and then does it again. And guess what? We're back, and they'll learn, by God. And we're the best thing going today. Sting, you're just like women, pal. You are gonna learn. Woo! And next week, the Horsemen are going back to work.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't. Only Ric Flair does, but that's only because he got voted in the main event. Oh God, my Ric Flair, man, that gets. Whew.
Yeah, I can't wait till we get up to like 1999 or 2000 where he's feuding with Dusty Rhodes again, and I can get in all the action. I'd be like, oh my goodness, Ric Flair, the Horseman.
Dusty, well, I respect you for what you've done in the wrestling business. What I don't respect is you being called an icon.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, brother. We're going to get the Horsemen out of there with the Road Warriors and the Kitty Koloff and the Finger. We're going to go out there to the Omni in Atlanta this Friday night. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Boogie.
Did you say you were going to take out the Horsemen? Dusty?
Take him to the woods. Take him to the woods, said, if you know what I'm saying. If you will. Hard times.
Couldn't touch the Horsemen even if you had a 6-foot pole. Woo!
I saw a horseman in a movie one time, and he had a 6-foot pole, but that's another story, baby.
You will never be the greatest wrestler alive today. Why? Because it can only be me, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Okay, brother, but Hulk Hogan is the best wrestler.
Hogan! Did you just say Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan is everything wrong with WCW. I am the greatest wrestler alive today. Hulk Hogan cannot touch me.
Okay, would you settle for the fruit of my loins, my little boy Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare?
Huh?
What?
Ric Flair just is so confused. He's like so deep into the promo, like his face is so deep red that finally he's like, huh?
Cody who? You mean Stardust?
At this point, he'd bounce off the ropes and do the elbow drop on the apron.
Yeah, he's done took off the jacket, done elbow dropped it,
and then does a knee drop. I think there was one point on Nitro where he does I think it's the episode where he has a heart attack and he does the flare flip off the corner. He runs, comes back into the ring, bounces off the rope, and hits a gigantic elbow drop. I think there's one episode of Nitro where he brings all his possessions into the ring because he wants another match with Bischoff, and he starts progressively taking off all his clothes except when he's in his boxer shorts and socks, and he runs into the ropes, bounces off them, he does the elbow drop and handcuffs himself to the top rope. He's like,
"Yeah,
you better not turn away, or I'll be naked when you come back."
Yeah, nobody wants that.
No, nobody wants that.
Actually, if you ever went to a house show where Ric Flair was wrestling, there was always a moment where he showed his ass. He would always drop trows in a spot during the match. It never failed.
I mean, are you surprised? No.
Well, no. I mean, as much cocaine as he probably did, you probably, I mean, who wouldn't run around naked at some point?
He probably did. Actually, it's pretty much confirmed he did several times.
How about that Sabu versus Inferno?
Before we get into that, we have to talk about WCW Saturday Night. What is going on over there on Saturday night that wants me to tune in at 6:05 Eastern Standard Time on TBS? We got Chris Benoit taking on Alex Wright, which that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
This match is pretty random. We have the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and Arn Anderson taking on, get this, the Renegade and Cobra.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah. I think that's probably the blow-off match because it seems like somebody's going to be leaving the company shortly. One of those two.
Yes, I believe so. And then, of course, our very elusive tag team title, our tag team champions, Harlem Heat, taking on the Blue Bloods for the tag titles. Oh, on WCW, Saturday night at TBS, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time.
Now, I know it sounds funny there, but that was the main show before Nitro came around. It was the Saturday night. Yeah, 6:05. That I actually missed when they moved wrestling to Monday nights because Saturday nights, you're eating dinner, you want to watch some wrestling, that was a perfect time, and but they moved away. They moved away.
Yeah, I think pay-per-views need to be on shows need to be on Saturday because I feel like weekend shows do better than it would be on a weekday.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the WWE pay-per-views moving to Saturday nights. I've been liking them, and of course, this weekend's show is going to be at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, thank God! It's going to be in the afternoon. I don't have to stay up late to watch it. Oh, yeah. Thank the Lord! Thank God! Thank the Lord that the pay-per-view is going to be at 1:00.
Yeah, and I can cut the pay-per-view short because. I have no interest in the main event. None whatsoever. Yeah.
Listen, I totally understand why, but I'm just going to let you know that the tribal chief, you got to acknowledge him.
Well, yeah, I acknowledge him, but the other guy, I'm not giving him time of day. Yeah.
Who is that other guy?
He's not The Rock or Stone Cold, that's for sure, but he sure does sound like him. Yeah.
Is he like me, the Nature Boy?
No, but he named himself after two different shoe companies of the 1980s.
Huh?
Yeah, not huh, yeah.
Why do you keep saying yeah? Is it just like me, the Nature Boy? Every time I go, woo!
Did you see the Nature Boy on AEW?
I did see that.
Yeah. Yeah. What I keep saying yeah now. God damn it.
Apparently he signed like a multi-year deal with them.
Yeah. Yes. That's what he did. Yes. Yeah. Supposedly, there's rumors that he may wrestle Sting in a retirement match. I don't know.
Oh, Lord! Woo! The greatest wrestler of all time coming back one more time against the Stinger.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, Sting has got nothing on me. Why? Because I'm good. He ain't. Woo!
I think you've eaten too much candy. You are on a sugar rush tonight.
No, I was on that limousine ride. Woo! Jeff White, Wicks kiss stealing, wheeling dealing. I've been doing all that since Monday morning. Woo!
Woo.
And now I would do the elbow drop on the floor, but however, you cannot see it. Why? Because only I can, because I'm the example of greatness.
But you're not Sabu or the Disco Inferno.
Who is that?
The guys in our next match.
Oh, yeah, Sabu. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. Ric Flair, you need to go away, man.
The genocidal, suicidal, homicidal, whatever sidal, something recital wrestler guy.
Yeah, you know what I find strange about these WCW like shows so far is how much Sabu we've been seeing of them.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know he had that many matches in WCW. I thought he was just primarily a ECW guy, but no, he was kind of a fixture on the early shows of Nitro here.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting seeing how much Sabu's been doing and how much work he's been working with a lot of these guys. I mean, he's done stuff in Mr. JL. Now he's done some stuff, I believe, with with Alex Wright, I think, and then
that was his debut match.
And now he's working Disco Inferno here in the co-main. Which, hey, this young kid Sabu is really moving up the ranks here. Definitely could get a title very soon. Wait, what's that? Oh, he's gonna be leaving pretty soon.
Oh, okay. You swerved me. I thought he was going to start talking about the production truck.
Wait, when's he leaving?
When?
What's this guy leaving? Huh? Can I hang on a minute? I'm trying to get some word here. Well, what do you mean I can't mention Sabu here? Wait, you mean to tell me he's leaving like after this match?
What? He's leaving after this match. He's not going to be in World War III?
Oh, I'm getting some word here on the truck. No, he's leaving. We have it booked. Hello?
What the hell is going on
here? Unbelievable. Everyone's leaving. The truck hasn't come yet. Can somebody please, for the love of God, somebody explain to me, where is the truck? And now at this point, Eric Bischoff's like losing it. Like he's finally just off the rocker now. Where is the truck? I've been fucking advertising this shit for the last 2 hours. Where is the truck?
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's not here yet, man. It's not here.
God, I'm sorry, everyone, for losing my cool. I just want to know what happened to the truck and where's the footage. We've been promising it all night. I want to keep my promises here on WCW Nitro. Bobby, I don't know what the hell is going on. Can you please get like a walkie-talkie or something and please figure out the problem? I need to go. I need to go walk off for a second. I need to take a break. I don't know what's going on. There's no footage here. Mongo, keep doing what you're doing.
It's 1995. You would think somebody would have a walkie-talkie or a phone or something.
I don't know. Does someone figure it out? Somebody replace me on the booth. Wait, nobody can? Why? Are you kidding?
Wait. You're the executive vice president of WCW? What? That's news to me. What?
Are you telling me? So now not only is Sabu leaving, there's no production truck, but we don't have anybody to replace me for like 5 minutes so I could go to the bathroom and get a drink. No, apparently I got to sit here and do this. Fuck. All right, I guess I'll call this match. But goddamn, if I don't hear anything about this footage soon, I'm going to snap. I think I'm gonna go to the ring. I'm gonna hit the referee. It's gonna be an insane time. I can't deal with this anymore.
What? Wow. Okay.
Sorry, Eric. It's fine. It's fine. Just sit down. Sit down, Eric. It's fine. It's fine. Just calm down, Eric. It's okay. It's okay. I listen. Things might not be going right now, Eric. But I will let. But listen, it's gonna be okay in the end. I promise.
And to think we had nothing to talk about this first episode.
Apparently, we did. Well, more like Ric Flair and Eric Bischoff had a lot to say this episode.
Yeah. Are we at the main event yet?
No, we're still on Sabu versus Disco Inferno. So, all right, this match is going to be very quick to break down here. Sabu punches Disco Inferno down. He does the springboard heel kick. He does the springboard missile drop kick for a 2. Disco that throws him like head first into the apron. I was like, ugh. That doesn't age well. Disco that hits a clothesline, which then he chokes him out with the rope and then throws him back. Sabu ends up hitting an uppercut and they trade strikes. Disco misses a splash, and then Sabu ends up hitting the somersault leg drop for the 3. So that was a pretty quick match. Now, the aftermath, let me tell you, it gets really crazy here. So Sabu, it looked like he was trying to go for that diving Hurricane Rana where he's gonna do the thing, and then I don't know if it was a botch or if like Disco Inferno was supposed to powerbomb him, but it did not look good. I was like, what the hell happened? So then he comes back, and after the whole botch, he comes back and ends up hitting Disco Inferno in the head with the table. I was like, yeah. And then Sabu puts him on the table. He misses that diving move that he does do it. He misses it, and the table does not break. Yikes. And apparently that's the last time we see Sabu in WCW.
Yeah. Yeah, there was quite a few, like, big-time spots that I wouldn't say he missed them. It seemed like the other guy usually just got out of the way. But there was some big time spots that he would try to pull off, and he would be the one that would be landing through the table and stuff, instead of the other guy. But I don't know. I don't know why he left, or if he didn't get along backstage, or it was just a short-term contract. But I liked him in WCW. It would have been nice to see him, wrestle like Ray and Eddie and all those guys a little bit more, or first time.
It definitely would have been interesting. But I feel like, again, the problem with Sabu is I don't know how he would have fit into WCW like in '96.
Yeah.
But
plus, you got to figure he may had some stuff going on too, because most of the ECW guys did. So.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, the match itself, it was okay. It wasn't.
It was all right.
Yeah, it was all right. It was.
It was all right. It's like the entire episode. It's all right.
It wasn't anything to write home about again, but it wasn't. It was fine, I guess.
It's what the kids would call mid.
It was mid. I mean, it wasn't very long. It was just, it was just a match.
It was just a match.
It was all just a match.
Time for the main event.
And it's time for the main event, and I've just been told that Are you kidding me? There is no damn footage. What is going on around here? God, It's all right. It's okay, Eric. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We get, of course, Lex Luger and Meng taking on the American Males. That's your main event.
American
American
males.
males. American males. American males. American males. American males.
Oh, throw you in the wrestling. The American males. God, they had
American
terrible theme songs in WCW. Terrible. I mean, God, that's awful. That's bad.
It was something.
Yeah. It is definitely not as good as Mr. Wonderful. He calls him
Mr. Wonder. Oh, God, no, not that theme.
They need to bring him back. If he's not on the next 3 or 4 Nitros, I'm going to be pissed off. I like me some Mr. Wonderful. I like me some of that Mr. Wonderful theme song. I want him back on Nitro. Pronto.
I do as well, but I really just want to hear the theme.
Yeah.
So okay, this match again, it's just a nothing match.
Yeah.
Again, it's kind of interesting seeing Luger team with Meng, but
Meng and Ray with Sting wearing that bling bling.
That's true. Just to break down this match, Meng starts with some strikes, but then it goes to commercial. Once we get back, Lex and Max Bagwell or Marcus Bagwell are in the ring. Then they work on Luger's arm. Bagwell does a leg drop on Luger's arm. Then Luger takes control with some strikes. Scotty Riggs ends up hitting 4 punches on Luger and then a drop kick before hitting Meng.
Yeah.
Luger botches a back body drop. I don't even know what happened. I don't know if it looked like he was going to do a counter or something, but he just he missed the move and I went, ugh. That didn't look good. Then they do a kind of heart attack while the ref is distracted. But Meng was crouched down and Luger did a clothesline. I don't know. It looked very weird. Meng gets tagged and hits a clothesline. Meng hits a backbreaker on Scotty Riggs, which then Luger does an axe handle off the second rope. Scotty Riggs does a sunset flip for a 2, but then Luger hits a clothesline. Meng hits some chops and a body slam, but misses a move. Riggs counters the belly to back and gets the tag. Bagwell hits some strikes, a back elbow, a clothesline, and a back body drop, which then he tries to cross body. Luger catches him and Riggs does a drop kick to Bagwell's back, which then causes him to land on Luger. But while Jimmy Hart's distracted the ref, the Meng kicks Riggs with a side kick and kicks Bagwell in the back of the head, which then Luger puts Bagwell in the torture rack for the submission win. Yeah, that was the match.
Yay.
They win against the American Males, former tag team champions, American Males. So I expect a tag match, but no, I'm kidding. I don't even know what the fuck they're planning on with this. Again, it was just it wasn't anything eventful. It was very awkward at times.
Yeah.
Again, that back body drop kind of took me out of it a little bit because it just did not look good.
Scotty Riggs' whole existence in the match took me out of it.
Yeah.
I hate Scotty Riggs. I was at a hotel one time. It was during when Bret Hart was there, and Bret Hart always wore those Hitman hockey jerseys. And we was waiting for Bret to come, get to the hotel because, it was a nightclub / hotel. I wasn't there just to stalk the wrestlers. I was at the nightclub, okay? Now, we was just sitting there waiting for the wrestlers to arrive, and that was the only time Bret had ever came to town. So he's waiting, and we see this SUV pull up. He gets out, and this dude has stringy black hair, and it's oily, and he's getting out. And he's got a big old Hitman hockey jersey on. It's it's Bret! Everybody's Bret! Bret's here! Bret! And turning around, he's walking up. It was just fucking Scotty Riggs. I was like, God damn it, Scotty Riggs! You're not Bret Hart. He goes, no, I'm not. And I said, God damn you, Scotty Riggs. He said, ha, ha, ha. And he walked away. And I was like, damn it. It's not Bret Hart. It's Scotty Riggs.
Yeah, God damn it, Scotty Riggs. What the fuck?
Yeah.
This guy pissing me off.
That's right. Has the production truck got the footage yet?
I'm just getting word here. Wait, what does Pepe have in that bag? Oh, you didn't see what the dog had in the bag? I'm just letting you know this Pepe's got, it's either a trick or a treat. I mean, you want to check? God, I need to know about the footage, but all right. Oh, it's just our sponsor, Snickers.
Snickers. Wait, no, not Snap It. Needle Excitement? No. What is it? Oh.
Fruity. No, that's not it. I don't. What's the Snickers thing?
Where they turn into somebody else after eat? I don't know. I don't watch TV anymore. I don't see the ads anymore, so I don't know the catchphrase. Snickers. We got nuts. We got caramel. We got nougat.
Oh, I'm not me when I'm hungry. Maybe that's why I'm so angry about the footage not being here. Maybe I should eat some Snickers.
Yeah, you need a Snickers, man.
Wait, Malga, what do you got? Is that silly string? No! I don't want to get hit. I need to know about the footage. You can't spray into the headset. Yeah, that's what happened. He just starts spraying Bobby Heenan with some silly string.
That's what we think it is.
That's what we think it is, and Bobby Heenan's spitting it up. And wait, hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my God, guys, we got some huge news. We're gonna have the lucrative footage. We just found the production truck. They just sent in the footage. I am so excited, guys. We've been waiting all night for this. I haven't even seen it. This is crazy news to me.
Wait. If you're going to order the $34.95 replay of the pay-per-view that's airing this Wednesday, do not watch this footage. Don't watch the footage.
Turn it off now.
Turn it off now.
Turn it off now. You don't watch it. Wait, why? Why can't they watch it? Wait, you mean to tell me it was just the closing moments of the pay-per-view? We waited all night for that? Okay, just show it. I don't care. Yeah, so basically the footage is just the finish of Halloween Havoc, which is Hogan hits the leg, Jimmy Hart turns on Hogan.
Oh, yes. The Yeti.
So then the Giant puts Hogan in the bear hug, Savage and Luger come out, then the Yeti! And then
and he does something to Hogan.
Before that happens, Luger's stomping out Savage. Yeti comes in and starts humping Hogan.
Oh, no.
Hogan gets put in the torture rack. Yeti begins to hump Savage with the Giant.
And surprisingly, all the toilet paper they had wrapped around him doesn't get torn off.
I'm surprised as well. But too bad that, yeah. It kind of makes sense. So, the whole Savage and Hogan get put in the torture rack. The show ends. Giant has the belt. And then here comes the interview segment with Mean Gene.
Yeah.
It's the main event fiasco. He's like, well, what is good? What is this? What? Yeah, that's a woman with a cane. No, he didn't say that.
No.
He's like, Jimmy Hart, what's the meaning of this? And then Jimmy Hart's
basically, brother. I got the world title. I outsmarted Hogan.
It's like, let me tell you something, Daddy. I don't. It's like, let me tell you something, Daddy. I can tell you now in my next book why I turned on the Hulkster, but maybe I'll tell you next week.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. And then he's like, Kevin Sullivan, I managed him in the past. He's my past. Well, Lex Luger, the Giant, are my future. And Luger's like,
See, I told you we worked time travel from Loki in here.
That is true. Very true.
That is true. That is true.
And then
It was
like,
oh, here we go.
I saw the vision of Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, Randy Savage. They were down and pathetic because I came here for where the big boys play, and I got a piece. They got a piece of the total package, and nothing will stop me. And then the Giant comes in. He's like, no one will be able to knock the Giant off the hill. And now that the Giant has the belt, I'm going to put it on the line next week against whoever. And then Kevin Sullivan says, it would all happen according to plan. The clouds come on you, Hulk Hogan, and how there you was no friends, only foes. And next week, the Giant will defend the belt.
You sound more like Father than you do Kevin Sullivan, but
I try my best.
Okay, you got to get a little bit of that New Jersey, New York accent in there, like Hogan, I'm going to get you next week.
Hulk Hogan,
there you go. There.
The clouds came on you, Hulk Hogan.
They came on him.
It came on you. And the Giant will defend the belt next week on Nitro. You won't be here. Why? Because I am going to put a restraining order on you.
You kind of version to a Southern accent there, but that was fine.
I try my best. Honestly, my throat's gonna be really shot tomorrow with all these.
Is this the episode where they came out and said, "Oh, you're not the champion"?
No, that's next week.
Oh, that's next week. Oh, you got to wait a whole week for that.
You gotta wait a whole week.
But no, that's happening right now.
It's gonna be happening right now. Hulk Hogan, you will not be at ringside for the Giant defend the.
Okay.
Anyway, that was WCW Nitro from October 30th, 1995. Let's just be honest. It was pretty lame.
Yeah, it was.
Nothing really happened except for
a couple
interviews. Nothing happened.
It was dog shit.
It's honestly probably the worst Nitro I've seen thus far.
Yeah.
Now, trust me, there will be worse later down the road.
Oh, yes. Wait till we get to the Vince Russo era.
Oh, God. It's crazy to think, like, even though WCW was around for, like, I think roughly around 5-6 years, like, with Nitro, the era of, like, Nitro, it felt like you went through, like, 5 different decades with Nitro. God. It's gonna be so depressing when we get to 1999 onward.
I don't know how I'm going to do it because I can't stand a lot of those guys like Mike Sanders.
Who?
Yeah, let me tell you something. That guy, I don't know why they put him in the position that they did. And that guy thought so highly of himself. I had an autograph book, right? Autograph book. And I was getting everybody signed it during the match and after the match and stuff. And I was like, I guess I'll get Mike Sanders to sign it. He grabs the book. He takes my marker. And he proceeds to sign the cover of the book. And he takes up the entire cover with his autograph.
Oh,
the
fuck
entire
Mike
cover.
Sanders.
Fuck Mike Sanders. And the colonel after him. God damn him. Mike Sanders. Who the fuck is Mike Sanders? I didn't know who he was back then. Mike Sanders. Fuck Mike.
Fuck Mike Sanders and fuck Scotty Riggs.
Yeah, fuck them both. Oh, don't even wait till we get to Jerry Lynn. I got a story about him.
Well, I mean, there is Mr. JL. So
excuse me. I made the same mistake I made in front of the Jerry. I mean Jerry Flynn. I actually mistakenly called Jerry Flynn Jerry Lynn, and that that caused a little bit of a brouhaha between me and him at a autograph signing thing. Yeah, but that's down the line.
Okay, all right, that's fair. That's fair. But not Jerry Lynn though. Not that guy.
No, Jerry Lynn's cool. It's Jerry Flynn. I get the two mixed up. Jerry Lynn, Jerry Flynn.
Jerry Flynn. Never heard of him.
He was the dude with the bad mullet, and he wore like kung fu breeches, and he used to kick people. He kind of looked like Bob Holly, but like more of a redneck kind of.
That probably makes the most sense.
Yeah. Hey, that dog is wearing a clown suit.
The dog was wearing a clown suit.
Yes.
And apparently he's dressed up as Jimmy Hart.
What? Oh, yeah, because Jimmy Hart's a clown.
Now let me tell you something, Daddy. How dare you insult Jimmy Hart? I will not accept this. You are gonna dress him up as a clown. I'm no clown. Look.
I'm serious. If on the next episode of the Hangout, if you don't bust out your Jimmy Hart when Danny and Jason's doing their Mickey Mouse, there's something wrong with you. You got to do it.
I definitely will do it. I'm gonna do my Ric Flair, my Jimmy Hart, my Eric Bischoff impression. It's gonna be wild.
Yeah. I don't know if I do all those because you might get kicked off.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, guess who's in the first match?
Oh wait, we got to get to that. So we're talking about WCW Monday Nitro from November 6th, 1995.
Yes.
This Monday Nitro was in Jacksonville, Florida, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And AEW.
Oh, I totally know what you mean. It's the home of the Jacksonville Jaguars and the home of TNA.
Yeah, well,
was I close?
No.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. Are they from Jacksonville? TNA? Was that where they started?
No, that was from Memphis, I think.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about that other league.
Oh, AEW. Okay, no, that
other Carney league. This Triple H would say.
Sorry. I was so like TNA focused for a second there. I thought we were talking TNA. Sorry, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, WCW.
Clown Dog cover match.
Oh yes. So Nitro did just a flat 2.
A flat 2.
Yeah, flat 2, 2.0.
Oh.
And then you want to know what Raw got?
2.7.
You were close. It was a 2.6.
God damn it. I went over. I lost both showcases.
Oh, no. You failed the objective. You got to restart from the beginning.
Bob won't let me back on stage.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
I can't spin the wheel.
Oh, crap. You can't spin the wheel again. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come back next week where we have the Coal Miners Glove match.
Oh. That would be awesome if the Price is Right wheel had that on there.
If during the Price is Right, they have, all right, let's see what game you're going to pick. You're going to get the Coal Miners Glove match.
I'm sorry, but the wheel didn't go all the way around. You got to do it again.
You got to do it again. Oh, God damn it.
We're never going to get to the first match.
Yeah. We're already like over an hour in. We got to get going here. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on WCW Monday Nitro, you're gonna get the chance to choose the main event. Call this number that's not available anymore, and you get to choose between two locker rooms, red and blue. Here are the guys you can vote for. You can vote for. And listen to this lineup. In the red locker room, you got Ric Flair, Meng, Diamond Dallas Page, the Blue Bloods, Big Bubba, Sharp, and Scott Norton.
Yeah.
And then at the blue locker room, you got Sting. You got the World Television Champion Johnny B. Bad, Hacksaw Jim Duggan,
Hell yeah.
Dave Sullivan, Alex Wright, the Nasty Boys, and Mr. JL.
All right, okay, but Dave Sullivan. I wonder how many votes he got. How many votes did he get?
But let's be honest, though. We all know who really got the most votes out of this.
Yeah, but this whole thing was scummy because it was a 900 number and it was predatory of children and old people, and they probably called in multiple times and racked up like a pretty hefty bill, and I hated them doing that back then. I mean, especially for stuff like this, because like every vote counts, every vote matters, call, vote. They probably called in multiple times. They saw that bill, and it's got WCW, like $1.99, $1.99, $1.99.
Yeah, that's what it was like when it came to the
1990s.
1990s.
Yeah, we had a lot of that stuff. Late at night. That's all they be running commercials for 900 numbers. Are you lonely? Call and join us on our party line. 900 number. It was a different era.
It was.
It was. Yes, it was. I'm sorry you didn't experience it.
It's very interesting, I will say. So, of course, at the beginning of the show, since we didn't really know what happened last week, we get a recap from Halloween Havoc once again, 2 weeks out. Not like it's going to play a role in the show at any point, where the Giant, quote-unquote, beat Hulk Hogan for the title.
Yeah. And thank God they didn't have recaps to the whole production angle, because, I mean, yeah, that we're going to recap us trying to find out where the production truck was, and
oh god, we can't do this again.
Yeah,
we can't do this again. Randy Savage, he was supposed to come here tonight, but apparently doctors will not clear him. I've just been told he's stowing furniture backstage. He punched out one of the camera guys.
Yeah,
Randy Savage is going nuts in the background.
Conveniently, he punched out the camera guy, so they can't show footage of it.
Well, we can't show any of the footage. He broke the cameras. He's throwing chairs. One of our couches are gone. Like, I think he stole our car. This is insane. Randy Savage is going back. He's a crazy. Bobby Heenan. If we gotta cut, we can't really talk about it anymore. Bobby Heenan. If you had to pick a main event tonight, what would you pick? Well, I choose BG Oakland taking on Tony Schiavone as the main event. I want to see that happen. All right, great job, Bobby. Great thoughts as always. And let's get to our first matchup here at WCW Monday Nitro.
Cobra. Cobra. I love his theme. It's beep, 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 beep.
That's literally the only thing in this song is just beep 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 beep.
Yeah, the last time Morse code was popular.
That is true.
Dash, motherfucker.
So, in our first match, we have the quote-unquote WCW World Heavyweight Champion, the Giant, taking on Cobra.
He squished him. He squished him in a squash match.
Yeah. Well, at first he holds up, Mike Pinzer, who is like the ring announcer, and he's threatening him. He's like, I've just been told this is a world title match.
What?
The episode says, wait a minute. That can't be possible. He ain't the champion. And then
you actually sound like Bischoff right there.
Oh, wait a minute.
There you go. That's it. You nailed it right there.
Now, wait a minute. The Giant has chokeslammed Cobra, and he just retained the belt. And that's a record. Can we get a count?
A count?
Yeah.
What?
That was the entire match. Giant chokeslammed Cobra to retain the belt.
Yeah. He squished him.
All right.
Oh, God. This next segment. Oh, my God. On the beach?
Oh wait, no, we can't get into that yet. Hold on.
Okay.
We have like one kind of mini segment here. Mean Gene is interviewing the Red Locker Room. Scott Norton and Shark are fighting. The Blue Bloods are drinking tea. Ric Flair is going off in the background.
Oh.
And then Tony Schiavone's interviewing the Blue Locker Room. You hear Sting yelling in the background, I want Ric Flair! I want Ric Flair! And then Hacksaw Jim Duggan's walking up and down the room. He's like pacing. Johnny Bats holding up the TV title. They're all like screaming. And then, of course, we get the WCW World War III, 60 men, 3 rings, 3 giants, 1 battle royal. WCW World War III.
Yeah, pay-per-view. $35.
You better pay $35. All right, now I'm just being told here you got to pay $35 to. Now wait a minute, $35 for the WCW World War III, live exclusively on pay-per-view. 60 men, 3 rings, 1 battle royal to determine who will become the #1 contender for the WCW heavyweight title. But before we can talk about World War III, we got to go to Tampa, Florida, where we're talking about the WCW World Heavyweight Champion. We got to catch up with him. We haven't seen him last week. Now wait a minute, where is he? The Tampa,
that's like $12 a ring. That's like $12 a ring there.
Now wait a minute, $12. $12 a ring. We've just been told that $12 a ring. You get a price steal of the decade. You get $35 for WCW World War III live on pay-per-view. Now wait a minute, we got to talk about Hulk Hogan. Let's get back right to the Hulkster. Let's go to Tampa, Florida.
Okay, and something to point out right here. It starts off with a Jimi Hendrix impersonator on the beach, Venice Beach, right? And you cannot tell me they hadn't been planning the whole Hollywood Hogan thing from the beginning. Or this is because, God damn it, because what did Hulk Hogan come out to when he was in the NWO? You had the Jimi Hendrix, Voodoo Child, and you got the Jimi Hendrix here in the segment here. This crazy segment. I think there's an actual guy with mental instabilities sitting between Macho Man and Hulk Hogan. It's crazy. This is a crazy segment here. This is crazy.
This segment is something else.
It's crazy.
Dark Side Hulk. I swear to God, every time I see Dark Side Hulk Hogan, he is saying something or he is doing something bizarre. Like, he may wrestle like Hulk Hogan, but this is not Hulk Hogan anymore. This is a psychopath.
You shave off the man's mustache and he'll go crazy. In a crazy segment. Dude,
shaving off the mustache is like defacing the Washington Monument, according to Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
This man has been traumatized by the shaving of the mustache. It is cold outside, and this man is free. His upper lip is freezing. This guy is going nuts.
Well, how cold does he get on Venice Beach?
Well, when he's not on Venice Beach, he's probably really cold.
And the sad thing about this segment, I don't know who was crazier, the guy that was sitting in the middle or the Macho Man.
Yes, the answer is yes. So someone is singing like really bad. Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and a guy in the middle. They're just sitting together. It's like me and the boys at 3 a.m. It's just Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and a guy in the middle. And he's like,
and he may or may not be an actual homeless man with mental problems. I don't know if he was an actor or not. He seemed too convincing, so I think he might have been an actual real guy. So that makes the segment even more what the fuck.
Like, Hulk Hogan's like, brother, let me tell you something, dude. I replaced Jimmy Hart Jack with this new guy, brother. He's the head of wartime, brother. And Macho Man, dude, I'm so glad you joined me on the dark side, brother. Me and you, dude, we're brothers now, dude, Jack, brother. And we're gonna destroy everybody. I got a hit list, dude, and we're gonna take out that Kevin Sullivan, Lex Luger, and that stinky, nasty, giant wart guy. The
Wart
giant
guy.
dude, brother.
The wart guy, okay.
And then, Savage, you're on the dark side forever and ever, brother. Me and you, dude, we're in this together, Jack. Always and forever, brother. Just as long as you do the job for me, brother. Later down the road, dude.
Yeah, this is the beginning of Macho Man wearing the black and white outfits, which a lot of people like. But I mean, I like the color, the super colorful outfits he used to wear, and this is like. All that's gone now. It's gone. He's fully embraced the dark side, and it's black and white from here on out.
You fully embrace the dark side, dude. Me, brother, as long as you do the job for me in Vegas later on, dude. I don't care if you're with me or against me, brother. Just as long as you put me over, we'll be best friends for life, dude. And then Ray starts, "Oh yeah, I'm on the dark side, brother. I hate Lex Luger, Jack. But let me tell you something. I'm gonna take the high road, brother, and you go dark and go the low road. I'm gonna go back to the light side and decide who's friend or foe. And then I'm gonna come back to the dark side eventually." And then Hulk Hogan's like, "Well, let me tell you something, brother. As long as you are on my side and the head of war time's on my side, nobody's gonna stop me. And what you're gonna do when the dark side of Hulkamania runs wild on you."
Oh, God. And as crazy as this segment was, Hogan's segment on the next episode is even more insane. It's like if you're listening to this on the replay, next episode, just wait. Just wait. What's the episode date of the next episode? The next episode's date? November the
13th.
13th. You've got to watch the November 13th episode of Nitro and see Hogan like you've never seen him before. Never. And you will never see him ever like this before. It's insane.
Never before. Never again, dude. Only I could do this, brother. Because why, dude? Brother Jack. It's because I'm Hulk Hogan, dude. Brother.
And I have creative control, Jack, brother, dude.
And if you don't like it, brother, I'm not giving you that back bump, brother. I'm not taking the back bump, dude. I'm not working with you, Jack.
Brother.
Dude.
Man.
You're not taking the leg drop finish, brother.
Buddy. Friend.
I'm kicking out of your finish at one, dude.
Ha. Okay.
I'll put you in the Dungeon of Doom, brother. That's what I'll do to you.
I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. We know who. You know what? Whose dungeon is worse? The Dungeon of Doom or the Dungeon of Chris?
Well, let me tell you something, brother. The Dungeon of Doom was bad, but let me tell you, the Chris Dungeon, let me tell you, you will never recover from that, brother. If you go to the Dungeon of Chris, your career is done, brother. Because let me tell you, you will never be booked here again. But I'm done with you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
You're gonna be working at my Pasta Mania restaurant forever, dude. You're never gonna be booked on Nitro again, brother.
Wait. For them to be working at Pasta Mania forever would have to mean that Pasta Mania was successful. It got shut down after the first episode of Nitro.
Well, let me tell you something, dude. Maybe it got shut down 1 week later, but let me tell you something, Jack. Pasta Mania in my mind runs wild forever, dude. You can't stop that from happening.
Okay. You can't stop that macaroni.
No, you can't stop those Hulkaroos and Hulkayoos. Those Hulkaroni and cheese. I got it all, brother.
Hulkaroonie helper.
All that, brother. I love all that stuff, dude. I got pasta. I eat pasta every day, brother. That's how I get so slim and trim, dude. Before I work out, I gotta eat the Hulkaroonies, Hulk spaghetti and cheese.
All right, I'll take your word for it. You know what? I if I recall correctly, I think Kevin Sullivan wrestled the Renegade on this episode.
Oh yeah, the Renegade. Let's talk about that. Second match of the show is the Taskmaster taking on the Renegade. The basic premise of the match, I'm not really going to go into it because really the aftermath is what really matters here.
Yeah.
Renegade clothesline Sullivan multiple times, sending him to the outside. Jimmy Hart strikes Renegade, leading to Taskmaster crotching Renegade on the barricade. Taskmaster does a second rope foot stomp. He misses a move. Then Renegade hits a power slam and a cartwheel elbow in the corner. Renegade misses a knee in the corner, which then Taskmaster puts him in the trio wall and hits him with the knee. Does the second rope foot stomp for the win.
There's a huge suspension of disbelief in this match for a little guy like Sullivan, who's obviously a veteran and a legend by then, but he's just a tiny little fella, and he's beaten down like some super imposing looking guy like Renegade. It just, I know you got Rey Mysterio taking on giants and stuff, and he beats them, but I don't know. It's just like Renegade should have been more, and I know that. Renegade was on his way out. And this probably is his last match at WCW, or the match is coming up on Saturday night, or that was the Saturday before. So I guess, this might be his last match for what happens next.
Well, I will say that the Renegade is actually still in WCW, but he ends up getting let go in '98, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? What is he just? They just push him to like the other shows, and I don't remember him doing anything after.
So after the whole thing at the end of the match, which we'll talk about, he comes back in '96 in February. He no longer has the face paint or like the singlet. He has like trunks and like the armbands. His physique wasn't as like great as it was in '95 after this. He'd kind of show up periodically. Apparently formed like a tag team briefly with Joe Gomez, but they became like jobbers.
Okay, Joe Gomez.
So he also turned heel on Scotty Riggs on Saturday night.
Goddamn Scotty Riggs.
Fucking Scotty Riggs. He's fucking ruining everything.
Yeah.
After this, he then becomes a jobber, which then he shows up like here and there on Nitro Thunder and Saturday night, but he'd still just be a jobber throughout the rest of his WCW run. His last real thing was like he was like the stunt double for the Warrior when Warrior came in '98, and during that War Games match where they had the trap door, which fucked up Davey Boy's back, and his last match was on December 7th on I believe December 7th, 98 Nitro, where he lost to Wrath.
Okay, 3. So he's got 3 more years. Damn, I thought he just faded off into obscurity. I don't remember him during that period between 95 and 98. Okay, I was wrong again. It happens from time to time.
It does happen, and
yeah, it does.
After the match, Jimmy Hart
Thanks,
comes
Austin.
in.
Yeah, it does.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. Time for a Jimmy Hart impression. Here we go.
Jimmy Hart comes in. He's like he throws like either some water or like whatever in the cup. Like he just pours it on him. Like he takes it. He's like, "You're just plain old ripped. You're nobody. You're finished. Hulk Hogan, you suck. This is what happens." So this basically ends the Renegades' run in WCW. Oh, pretty much. Like, yeah, he's around for a couple more years, but he's like a jobber after this. He does not recover at all.
Oh, okay. So I wasn't totally wrong.
You weren't totally wrong. Like, you're wrong in the sense like he's still there, but you're not. But you're right when it comes to he basically fell to obscurity because he did.
He's there, but he's not.
And it's a shame. It really is.
Yeah.
The guy, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, the Renegade gimmick where he was mimicking the Ultimate Warrior, that sucked. I'm not going to sit here and say that was good because it wasn't.
No.
But you could have repackaged him into something. And I'm not saying you have to make him a main event guy, but you could have kept him in the mid card and had him do stuff. Like, I don't know what the harm would have been. Like, granted, I'm not saying he needs to wrestle in the main event every night, but you could have kept him in the mid card over the TV title. You could have maybe put him in a tag team with somebody, which they did, but they turned him into a jobber. Like, you could have had him be in a tag team. You could have, you could have had him be in the TV title division. You could have had him even work the U.S. title stuff. Like, he had talent.
Oh, the U.S. title's a little bit higher up than
sure.
That's a little bit, yeah.
It is a shame that they never did more with them.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that they could have done better, but that's what happens when something gets hot and everybody want to get on it, like the NWO. And we'll find out. Yeah, we'll find out pretty soon. Every episode begins with a half-hour promo where everybody's got to say their catchphrases. Everybody, and it's the same catchphrase. The same catchphrase every week. It's the same segment every week. We'll find out. I'm telling you, it's going to be.
Now, wait a minute. We'll find out later on this week.
Well, it ain't going to be this week. I can tell you that. I ain't watching that many episodes.
Now, wait a minute. I'm getting my math wrong.
Hey, Give Us Money segment 2 is coming up.
Yes. But before that, we got a bit of a mini segment here.
Another mini segment. A mini segment.
Mean Gene's back in the locker room again. Shark and Norton are still arguing and fighting in the back. The lights go out. And, of course, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. The lights go out. He's like, lights on! Lights out!
Lights on. Yeah.
Bigger! And, oh, Lord! And I'm lit up. Just like the Lord with these lights. Sting! All eyes are on us to style and profile. Sting, you will know and you'll understand. Be careful what you wish for. Oh, Lord. Woo!
Whoa.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Rick had a really bad cough back then.
Oh, yeah, he had a really bad cough. So, of course, we get our Saturday night tapings. Let's see what's going to be going on at WCW Saturday night, 6:05 on TBS. We got Arn Anderson taking out Kurosawa. And, Lord. Wait a minute. Disco Inferno music video.
What?
Yeah, Disco Inferno music video here. WCW Saturday night, CBS, TBS, 9:05. And Jim Duggan goes to Ireland. All this on WCW Saturday night, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. Stay tuned for that.
I need to look that up. Jim Duggan going to Ireland. That sounds interesting.
That sounds very interesting.
I wonder when Dave Finlay comes in, Fit Finlay comes in. I wonder if that ties into him. I don't think he arrives for a while after that, but why would he go to Ireland? Let
me see here. Oh, yeah, no, there is something with them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I could set it in on Twitter because
yeah,
that was one of the first things that I found.
So that's Hacksaw meets Dave Finlay in Ireland?
I haven't seen the actual video, but I at least just found the link.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'll check it out later.
So after this, we get our third match again: Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
He who shall not be named.
Well, we named him already.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm gonna say, other than the main event, this was probably one of the better matches I've seen. Like doing these last two episodes because this one was good. Like, I know we've already seen Benoit Guerrero and we're going to see it multiple more times, but these two just had a great chemistry no matter when or what they worked. It was great. And it was
hard hitting too. Benoit was beating
very
down.
hard hitting. Oh my god. I'm gonna break this down real quick. Benoit's like attacking him for the bell. He does like a back elbow and a like very nice snap suplex. Like it's very quick. Then Benoit hits a belly to back suplex, and the belly to back looked like stiff.
Yeah.
Then he hits a spine buster and locks in a lion tamer, which I was like, whoa, holy shit, that's pretty awesome. Then the camera again pans to Sonny Ono, again, not focusing on the match enough.
You're watching that match, you get into it, and they pan it over to something else. And you're like, oh no.
And they pan to Sonny Ono and Jushin Thunder Liger and a couple other Japanese wrestlers, which I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What are we leading to here? Starrcade 95, that's what. Then after this, Guerrero counters a powerbomb, hits a couple arm drags, and I believe he does the tilt-a-whirl backbreaker or the tilt-a-whirl slam. He hits a single leg drop kick, which then sends Benoit out of the ring. Guerrero attempts a dive, which then Benoit moves out of the way, which then Guerrero goes up to the top rope and hits a top rope dive. Guerrero hits the spine buster, goes up to the top rope, I think from maybe a frog splash or something, but Benoit ends up hitting a superplex for the 2. Benoit ends up getting up and hitting a really like stiff looking power bomb for a 2, which I was like, oh god, like that made me cringe. Chris Benoit hits a short clothesline. Then they like trade. So apparently, according to Bobby Heenan, they have more moves than X-Lax.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby Heenan.
Well, he would know because he had a poop last week.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Guerrero hits a victory roll for a 2, which then Guerrero counters a knee with a roll up for a 2. Benoit hits a German suplex for a 2, which then he tries to go for another one, but Guerrero tries to counter and ends up getting hit with the Northern Lights for a 2, which I thought looked really smooth as a counter. Eddie gets, he gets draped over the top rope. Then they start brawling with, Guerrero on the apron. Benoit attempts like a belly to back suplex to get him back in the ring, but Eddie counters and he lands on Benoit. He gets the 3, but Benoit actually had his feet on the rope, so there's some controversy abound. Of course, there's got to be controversy when it comes to WCW. So Guerrero beats Chris Benoit, but not really.
Nope. But
great match, though.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with Eddie and Chris Benoit. You
no.
can't.
No.
There's really not much to say other than it's a very good Guerrero Benoit match. Are there better? Yes. But you can't get better than a Benoit Guerrero match.
And this is another thing we're going to have not much to talk about because there's going to be a lot of great Benoit, Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, Dean Malenko matches where, those guys are going to wrestle a lot. And every one of them is great. It's going to be like, I can't understand how, a sports player, they're interviewed after every single game and you don't, like, what am I supposed to say up here? It's the same thing every night. But, it's fun to watch, but, it's just great match after great match. And you can't really say much other than it's a great match.
There's nothing else to say. Yeah. But what there is to say as we get back to Tony Schiavone in the blue locker room and Dave Sullivan's holding a rabbit. And now
Dave should have won. Dave should have won that vote. Dave was awesome. Dave, did you ever see the run where he tried to be Hulk Hogan?
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that was something. That was something else. Dave Sullivan.
Dave Sullivan.
He was quite special. He was kind of special. He was like Eugene before Eugene was Eugene.
I guess that would make sense.
Yeah. He was a special guy.
Very special.
Yeah, very special.
Let's see here. So then after this, during this, now there's a promo where Schiavone cuts the promo with Sting. Sting says, "Rick, you used kids and you turned on the Stinger." Ric Flair, I don't like you. I hate you. And if you wanted me to do something about it, then I'll do something about it. When I get voted in, Ric Flair, I'm gonna kill you dead.
What you sound like Flair there, but you're supposed to be Sting.
My throat's just kind of fucked up.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That's cool. Your Sting can sound like Flair. That's fine.
Yeah, they're the same anyway. I mean, they're both blonde.
Yeah, but okay.
They look the same. That's fine.
Bottle blonde, but
That's close.
yeah, it's close enough.
So after this, they go to commercial. We get another Slim Jim commercial. It's the same one where it's Macho Man Randy Savage just pressing somebody over his head and saying, "Eat a beady spicy Slim Jim, snap into it." And then
he drops it. He just drops it. And,
and then when we get back, they reveal that the fans, of course, voted for Sting versus Ric Flair. No brainer there.
He ripped off everybody, and they're $1.99 per call for a match that everybody's going to vote for. So,
sure.
Well, how much money did they make off of that? I need stats, but there's no stats to be had. We need to call Tony Schiavone and see how much did y'all make off them phone calls.
I'm actually kind of curious how much they actually ended up making on those. Probably quite a bit, right?
Yeah, probably. Because, you had people that, kids especially, if they didn't get their parents' permission and they're calling repeatedly. Little Johnny's done called 15 times voting for Dave Sullivan, racking up a $30 phone bill there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Johnny. Sorry, Johnny, you're not getting the pay-per-view because you spent $30 on voting for Sting versus Flair or Dave Sullivan. You can't get World War III for $35. $12 per ring.
God, disgusting.
Yeah.
Can't believe it. So then, of course, we get to the main event. Oh, also, Bobby Heenan was drinking sake on commentary, by the way.
That Bobby Heenan.
God, he's always up to no good, that Bobby Heenan. He's drinking on the job. No, wait a minute! Yeah. He's drinking on the job!
That's right. That's right. Tell him, Eric.
Hey, wait a minute! You get off! Give me that! You give me that. I want it. I want to drink some sake. All right, so main event time. Sting and Ric Flair. Guys, let me tell you. You really want me to break down this match?
Oh my God! Did like at some point? Did Rick start chopping Sting in the chest, and Sting no-sold it, and he just stopped, and then he just flexed, did the Hogan muscle pose and at Ric Flair, and then Ric Flair backed up and he held up both his hands and goes, no! And then Sting grabbed him by the arm and Irish whipped him into the corner, and then Rick flipped up over the top buckle and ran to the other one, and then he got up on the top of the turnbuckles up there, and he's going to jump off on Sting, but Sting caught him, and he's like, no, don't throw me off, and I'm going to throw you off, and he throws him off into the middle of the ring, and Ric Flair grabs his back and goes, oh, and then Sting goes, woo, and then Flair gets backed up to the other turnbuckle, and then Sting does a flying body splash, and then they do that 3 times during the match. Did all that happen?
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And then I suppose it might end with a Scorpion Deathlock that was surprisingly not great looking, but because he never could wrap it around like Bret Hart could, and he's always hovering, he's hovering over a public toilet, and he doesn't want to sit down on the toilet, so he's hovering. He doesn't want to sit down, and that's what his Scorpion Deathlock looked like, and it was bad looking. But no, he wouldn't let go, and Ric Flair's like, oh, let go, and he is like, no, and all them other wrestlers come out and they're like, let go, Sting, let go, and he won't let go. He won't let go. Let go, Sting.
Let go.
Yeah, that's what happened. It was an okay match. It was pretty decent. I mean, but it was every single match you've ever seen between Ric Flair and
Yeah.
and Sting. And what I don't get is Sting wore orange and black. He was dressed up like a fucking pumpkin, a jack-o'-lantern. But it was the first week of November. The last show was the Halloween show, and he didn't have on the Halloween colors. Why didn't he have the Halloween colors on the Halloween show? He's got on the wrong show. I don't understand it. Sting doesn't make no goddamn sense.
It was very weird.
He don't let go of the goddamn sharpshooter or scorpion deathlock, and he wears the wrong makeup and the outfit on the wrong show. And then all them wrestlers come out there. And you got the American Males and JL and all these guys. I don't actually know who came out there, but Hacksaw come out there. And he's like, oh brother, and then Luger, and then oh my God, Luger comes out, and then Eric Bischoff goes wild on the mic because Lex Luger came out. What did he say?
I said something to him.
Oh yeah, but okay. Okay, I was setting you up for a bit, but no. Lex Luger comes out there and he's like, Lex Luger, the guy, he's got held back.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Lex Luger.
Yeah. Lex Luger.
Lex Luger's out here. What is he doing out here?
Yeah, what is he doing out here? He's saying something to Sting. Well, what is he saying?
What's he saying? Wait a minute. What's he saying?
Wait a minute. Yeah, he said something and he let go of the Scorpion Deathlock and they walk off. Off.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Sting went. Has he turned? Has he turned his back on Hulk Hogan? Has he turned his back on the WCW? Has he joined the Dungeon of Doom? Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. That's what your money bought, folks. That's what your money bought.
Very true. Very
900, 909, 9900.
Spent way too much.
Yeah. For the same match you've seen 60 times. You could have Dave Sullivan versus Johnny B. Bad or Mr. Wonderful or somebody, but no, you had to see Sting and Ric Flair again. Again. Damn it. And the stupid thing is, that they're like next week, the Four Horsemen is going to get together. Woo, the Four Horsemen reunited again once again. Woo, Four Horsemen.
Hey, yeah, where was Arn Anderson and Brian Pillman during this?
And the fourth member that was supposed to be revealed. They didn't come out. God damn, it's so stupid. That whole storyline, I swear to God. And next week when they, oh my God, I'm going to rant that when they announce who the fourth horseman is on the next episode of the Nitro, it's so incredibly dumb because they announce it at the tail of a match. It's just a passing reference. The dude's heading out of the arena. And they're like, oh, by the way, this guy right here is your fourth horseman of the Four Horsemen. Yeah, wait a minute. Stupid shit.
Wait a minute. So, okay, after this,
wait a second.
What's up, LDG?
Hey, LDG. Hey, what's going on, man? You need to get a plane ticket out to Kansas City and fix Chris's computer because I don't think it's going to get done any other way. But hey, that last match, Sting and Flair, Randy Anderson, my guy, my referee, my MVP, he actually mixed it up with Flair a couple of times. Flair was going to hit Sting with a chair. He was running on outside with a chair. And he was going to hit Sting with a chair. And Randy grabbed that chair. He's like, no, MFer, you ain't going to hit him with that chair. And they got in each other's face, and that was pretty cool. Randy Anderson was a badass referee. I like him. a lot. This episode was better than the last episode.
Oh, definitely, because a lot more happened.
Oh, yeah.
Which at least I appreciate.
Yeah. That was a great episode. I liked it.
So let's get into the ending segment here, because we're already at 2 hours, which...
Yeah.
I'm surprised, because I didn't expect to go 2 hours tonight.
You're the one that said, I'm so tired, I don't want to do 3 episodes. And then wait a minute, you go through all these great little bits, and yeah, I thought it was only going to be like an hour at most. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. So some shit went down at the end of this episode.
Yeah, a lot went down. We get a Mean Gene. He's in the ring with the Giant, Taskmaster, and Jimmy Hart. Jimmy's like, Hulk Hogan, while you were in Hollywood, because Mean Gene was like, now wait a minute, Jimmy Hart. Well, why does he have the world title? Hulk Hogan's the champion. What's going on here? Well, let me tell you, Hulk Hogan, while you were in Hollywood, I was the power of attorney. I was taking care of business. When it was time to sign the contract, I put a stipulation in there, Hulkster. I put it in the contract that if you got DQ'd, you would lose the WCW World title. So the Giant is really the WCW champion. I signed the contract, Hulk Hogan, and it wasn't my fault that you got disqualified, Hulk Hogan. And then BG said, well, hold on a minute. We need Mike Lambros. Mike Lambros is coming out to the ring, and he is going. He said apparently Nick Bockwinkel has something for us. That's correct. And while Jimmy Hart is correct, the Giant isn't the WCW World Champion due to the finish and because of the circumstances around the disqualification. So the WCW World Championship Committee is going to vacate the belt. And we're going to have a new champion crowned in the World War III Battle Royal. That's my belt. That's my belt. and then you got Jimmy Hart. No, you can't take it from him, Daddy. You can't do that. No. And then finally, the Taskmaster's like, it was all Hulk Hogan's WCW and Hulk Hogan's agenda. You want the belt? You take what? What is going on? Listen, nobody can beat the Giant, and he will win the belt again. You really think that the Giant can be beat? Not in a 60-man battle royal. The Giant is going to win, and he's going to win back the belt and kill Hulk Hogan because I hate Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And then then the whole segment ends and Jimmy Hart's like, get that! I hate the smile on Lambos' face! Get out of here! Get out of here! I don't like it! So that's how the WCW title gets vacated, and that's how the World War III match happens. I still am under the belief that there's a better way to do it. I just think it was way too complicated for no reason.
Yeah. Everything at WCW is complicated at this point. I mean, you got the Sting and the Horseman thing, and then you got Lex Luger and Savage, and everything. Everything's way too complicated.
Like, I understand that they want to get the belt off Hulk Hogan, and I understand they don't want to have the Giant beat Hogan clean. But did they really need to go through all this rigmarole, all this screwy finishes to turn around and just vacate the belt? Like, it could have made more sense if, like, the Giant defended the belt in World War III and have the Giant come out and say, no, one man isn't big enough for me. How about 59 other guys? Like, I feel like that there's a better way to do it.
And then it comes down to him and the Yeti.
Yeah, because the Yeti's in it too, I think. It's just there are just so many better ways to do it, and I just think, like, if you really needed Hogan to lose the belt, like, you could have just had, like, Jimmy Hart hit him in the back of the head with the belt, or, like, do something screwy and have the Giant pin him, and then you could have done everything with the Yeti and Luger afterwards. But the whole DQ thing to result in the title being held up, like, it's just so bizarre the way they went about it that it makes my head hurt a little bit.
Well, your head's going to be hurting with something even more bizarre on the next episode.
Yeah, oh god, yep, and especially with Hulk Hogan. He's just staring at me. He's looking very angry. He's got makeup all over his face.
Wait, he's still staring at you?
Yeah, he's still staring at me.
You're going to get burned in on your screen. You didn't have Hulk Hogan up for an hour now staring at you.
Hulk Hogan he's staring at me. He's got
You don't
makeup
want
all
to-
over his face. He's got a weapon in his hands. He's got a hood on.
You don't want that burned into your screen. You have Hogan there forever, staring at you.
Scary as hell, man.
Of course it is. And he's oh god, I ain't gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's it may be the worst segment or promo he's ever done outside of the FU New Blood debacle.
Oh god, I can't wait. Like, see, when Hulk Hogan's not Hollywood Hogan or just red and yellow Hogan, like seeing him like outside those rules, it's actually entertaining because it's different.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I mean, granted, it's bad, but I can at least appreciate it.
Yeah, I like to know whose idea this was. Actually, I need to see if go and track down Bischoff's podcast and see if he talks about this period, because yikes.
Because I know he does an 83 weeks talking about. I think he talked about Halloween Havoc 95.
Yeah, but what specifically next week's episode, if he ever mentions this? Because wow,
he has to, right?
I would think so.
It would be really crazy if he did.
Holy shit!
Because this run with this brief run as Darkside Hogan, this is just really bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't. It's quite possibly the worst run of his entire career.
It's entertainingly bad, but bad nonetheless.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of housekeeping here at the end. They did.
Housekeeping?
No, wait a minute. There's some housekeeping here.
You want pillow? You want meat on your? You want? Yeah. Tommy Boy. Yeah, great movie.
So we do get some stuff that's gonna happen next week. The Macho Man Randy Savage is taking on Meng. Eddie Guerrero's taking out the Giant Bat for the WCW TV title, and Sting taking on Dean Malenko.
Yeah.
All next week for WCW Monday Nitro.
Yeah, and there's some good matches next week. It's a crazy episode.
I really hope so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
So that wraps up WCW Monday Nitro weeks 9 and 10.
What? Wait a minute. What a show. What? Wow.
Now, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Come back next week. Yeah, honestly, these 2 weeks of Nitro, other than the most recent one that we watched, the week 9 was just very weak. It was very boring at points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It was just full of recaps and just bland episode.
Your recap of the recap show was more entertaining.
Yeah. But other than that, we are going to wrap this up because it is getting late for me now because I do got class in the morning, so I am going to start wrapping things up. I want to thank everybody for coming in the chat. LDG, Deshaun. Well, thank everybody for being here. Shifty, tell everybody where they can find you at.
You can mostly find me on X or Twitter or whatever you like to call it. That's Shifty plus GISM. It's Shiftygism on Twitter. And you can find me in the chat for what do you call it? The Hangout on Wednesday nights, 8 o'clock, Guy Scar's channel. That's fun. I'll be the one typing way too much in the chat because that's me. That's my deal. I type way too much in the chat. And whenever Chris gets his computer fixed and he's not driving around bands all across the country, we're going to have some good hijinks of Jackbox fun night and getting back up on Name That Tune on Sunday nights on his channel and Hanstars. And, of course, you can join me and the Austinator right here every Thursday night, or mostly every Thursday night, for the WCW recap.
Absolutely, man. And you can find me on my channel where I'm doing all these WCW reviews. I'm going to be doing a more MCU rant probably Friday or Saturday, just getting all my feelings out in the open.
Oh, dear. Wait a minute. It's going to be huge. It's going to be...
wait a minute. So just check me out there. WCW reviews on Thursday. Check me out on the Loki Roundtable this upcoming week on Sundays, hopefully, and you can find me everywhere. And hang out on Wednesday. So, guys, I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Shifty again for coming on, and that is about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Austinator signing out.
Adios, muchachos.
Peace.
Wait a minute.